Hi, welcome back to my channel. Thank you for watching and for subscribing. And if you're just visiting, please consider subscribing. So today I'm going to share with you a Xerjoff haul. Yes, my obsession with this house continues. You know, I've done quite a few videos dedicated to this house. So I purchased a few new Xerjoff fragrances and I thought it justified a separate haul. I didn't want to combine these with the regular haul that I'm going to do. So let's start with a fragrance from Kemi, or the full name is Kemi Blending Magic, I think. Now, this is kind of a branch of Xerjoff. If you go on their website, you are going to see, you know, Xerjoff, Casamorati, and Kemi. I think these are the three branches that they have right now. So this is the first one that I have from Kemi, and it comes in this huge beautiful box. Here I'm going to show you the box. Inside of the first box, of course, there is a second box. So let me take it out. The packaging, as always, is absolutely stunning. Here's the second box. It is white. Here you go. So let's open it. I did take the fragrance out already, but you know, it was in here. Well, let me put it in so you can see it. Here we go. Here's the fragrance. The name of the fragrance, I should probably tell you, is Aurum. So here you go. Here's the bottle up front. The bottle is so heavy, very, very heavy bottle, very heavy cap. I mean, this is metal. I think this is metal. I mean, again, the packaging is stunning, as with everything coming from Xerjoff. So what is this fragrance about? The notes in here are rose, orange, bergamot, lemon, strawberry, chocolate, labdanum, oud, vanilla, incense, heliotrope, patchouli, and oak moss. As you can see, there are a lot of notes, and when I read the reviews, it kind of said that this is mostly this strawberry and chocolate type of fragrance. Like, some people even described it as the perfect Valentine's Day fragrance. Now, you know, I love chocolate in a fragrance. I love fruity. I love sweet. So I thought this would be right up my alley. So what do I think about it, and what does it smell like? At the beginning, I definitely get strawberry, a lot of strawberry. It's like a blast of strawberry. And it's not an extremely sweet strawberry. Like, it's almost a strawberry that is a little bit unripened. Like, it's a little bit sour. The strawberry is definitely sour. Kind of underneath that sour strawberry, there is like a little bit of sweetness peeking through. And I can't even tell exactly what this sweetness is about. Like, is it coming from vanilla or chocolate? Not really chocolate. I'm not sure what it is. It's so light and it's kind of in the background, but there is a little bit of sweetness. Now, when it starts developing, I get a lot of rose. This is where the rose is really coming through, and I kind of didn't expect it to be so rosy. Like, I thought it would be more, you know, strawberry and chocolate, but there is a lot of rose. I get a lot of rose. There is some oud that's coming through. It's not very strong. It's not heavy. It's quite beginner friendly oud. It's very light, but I do get a bit of oud. Now, what I don't get at all is chocolate. I don't get any chocolate in this. I don't feel it. So it's kind of overall this combination of strawberry, rose, and a little bit of oud. That's mostly what I get from this. It's a nice fragrance, but I will tell you honestly, it's a bit of a miss for me. I think part of the reason, now I'm keeping it for now because I sort of have a hunch that part of the reason could be is because this is the wrong season for this fragrance. Like, I feel like this fragrance really will bloom in the warm weather. For me, for some reason, as much as I love rose, I really prefer rose during the warm weather. During cold weather, I can only wear like really strong, like jammy, sweet roses. Otherwise, I don't like them. I really prefer them in the warm weather. And because I get so much rose out of this fragrance, I sort of feel like I might enjoy this a lot more during the summer. I hope, I really hope. But I am slightly disappointed with this one. It just, I expect something from Xerjoff to smell more complex, to smell more niche. Like, to me, if somebody let me smell this, like if it was a blind testing, I would definitely say this is a designer fragrance. This has very much a designer smell. And not that there is anything wrong with designer smell, of course not. But, when you're buying a niche fragrance, you expect it to smell like a niche fragrance. And this one, to my nose, doesn't. Now, it's pleasant. It's definitely pleasant, but I don't love it. So I don't know if it's going to change when we get into warm weather. I hope it will. If it doesn't, I don't think this fragrance is going to stay because the way it smells right now, I don't love it. It's nice, but I don't love it. Next one I'm going to show you is the one that I already talked about in a dedicated video. This is Toni Iommi Monkey Special from Xerjoff, a collaboration between Xerjoff and Toni Iommi from Black Sabbath. I'm not going to go into details about this fragrance. If you're interested to know about it, please watch the dedicated video that I did. All I will say is that the bottle is absolutely beautiful and the juice is stunning. Absolutely stunning. This was a huge surprise to me. Never expected to love it. I never even expected to like it, to be honest. The way that, sort of I perceived this fragrance to smell from the notes just shows you have to test things. Yeah, I'm trying to convince myself more than anyone else that I need to test fragrances first, because this one is an absolute stunner. And I also purchased this, I think they're calling it discovery sets, where you can select 3 15ml fragrances and they come as a discovery set. So they come in this box. Let me open it. And the 3 fragrances are in these boxes. I will tell you honestly, this part is quite sturdy. I was really disappointed by this part. It's very flimsy. Like it's really falling apart. It's not sturdy. It doesn't look like Xerjoff type of packaging. So the packaging disappointed me a little bit, but who cares about the packaging? We're here, to learn about the fragrances. So the 3 that I chose, so here's the packaging. I'm going to show you the actual bottles now. I did take them out of the boxes. So we have, let me see if I can see the names. We have Herba Gold, and by the way, they're this tiny. I mean, again, I knew they were 15 ml, so I just sort of didn't think they would be this tiny, just to give you a comparison. Here's a 50 ml bottle, and here's 15. I mean, it's really nice that they still look like Xerjoff bottles, but they're tiny, cute, but tiny. So anyways, this is Herba Gold. The second one I got is 400. And the last one is Via Cavour 1. So let's start with Herba Gold. Here we go. Again, this is the bottle. Well, this one is pretty easy. I have Erba Pura. This one comes, the full bottle comes in this beautiful yellow, golden, whatever, yellow, I think, bottle. It's gorgeous. And this smells very, very similar to Herba Pura. I would say, to me, the main difference is I feel like this one has just a little bit more of mango. Like I'm getting sort of these fruits and citruses that are in Herba Pura, but I'm also getting mango that kind of stands out. I don't even know if mango is included in here. When I look at the notes, let me see. I don't think mango is even mentioned, but to me, I feel like there is mango that stands out, which I don't get in the original Herba Pura. That's really the only difference. Other than that, the fragrances are exactly the same. There's no difference. Do you need both? Well, probably not, although I can't promise you that if I have a chance to find the full bottle that I won't get it just because I really, really love the way the bottle looks. And I do love the juice, so I know I'm going to use it. Anyways, I'm glad I tried this one. I really like it. It's very similar to Herba Pura, very similar, but just as beautiful. Second one is 400. I think this is one of their newer releases. Don't quote me on this, I'm not sure. So this one has honey, bitter orange, mandarin orange, bergamot, white tobacco, orange blossom, ylang ylang, rose, vanilla, cedar, vetiver, and patchouli. So what does it smell like? This one, I'll tell you honestly, I didn't like this one. This was a bit of a fail for me. I can't say that I hate it. I completely hate it. I don't. But I don't love it either. Now, what do I get? I definitely get a lot of florals. To me, I almost get like a bit of jasmine in here. And I know the jasmine is not listed, but I could swear there's a bit of jasmine in here because that's what I'm getting. So there are definitely some florals. Maybe, I mean, orange, maybe it's orange blossom that I'm mixing up with jasmine, but I don't know. I almost feel like jasmine is in here. Again, don't know. They're definitely florals. I am getting orange, more specifically even bitter orange more than like regular sweet orange. I am getting a little bit of honey. I think the sweetness in here is really coming from honey more than vanilla. It's a little bit sweet, but it's not overly sweet, this fragrance. You know, it's definitely not gourmand at all. Like, to me, this is quite floral. There is patchouli, vetiver, not really. I'm not really getting that. There is a bit of woodiness from cedar, just a touch, but it's not very woody. White tobacco, I'm not really getting either. I think what bothers me in this one is I get a bit of soapiness, just a touch. And it's that little touch that kind of ruins this fragrance a little bit for me. Although right now, when I'm smelling it on a blotter, you know, it smells a little bit better than it smelled on my skin when I tested it. I'll tell you honestly, it really does. But on my skin, a lot more soapiness comes out when it starts developing. And that's what I don't like. I really absolutely hate soapiness in fragrances. That's not my thing at all. And that's what I get here. So on the blotter, it honestly smells a lot better than it did on my skin. So I don't know. I feel like maybe I need to test this fragrance a little bit more. So it's not for everyone. To me, it is quite heavily floral with a little bit of bitter orange, a little bit of honey, maybe a touch of white tobacco, but not really. So I would say test this one before you get it. I sort of wrote it off as a complete fail when I first tested it. Smelling it now on the blotter, I'm thinking maybe I rushed to that decision. Maybe I need to test it a little bit more. So I might do that, but it's not my favorite, that's for sure. And the last one is Via Cavour 3. Now, I was kind of curious about this one probably more than the other two. I don't know, for some reason, this one really piqued my interest. So what do we have in this fragrance? There is white peach, quince, rose, dark chocolate, vanilla, caramel. The notes sound amazing and the fragrance smells amazing. It really does. This is my cup of tea. I really do get quince, but it's not a very sweet or juicy quince. Like, it's, you know, if you were to compare this, what's the other fragrance that has quince? I think it's Passoir that has it. In Passoir, it's very juicy, very sweet. It's not like that here. It's more like it's a kind of an ripened green quince. That's what I'm getting. Or maybe it's the combination with white peach that gives that effect. I am not sure, but that's what I'm getting. I don't get a lot of rose at all. And to be honest, I don't get a lot of chocolate either. I do get a little bit of caramel and a little bit of vanilla. But again, this fragrance is sweet, but not very sweet. Like it's very moderately sweet. It's very, very unisex. It's, I don't even know if I would call it gourmand. Honestly, I'm not sure. In my mind, gourmand has to be much sweeter, much sweeter. And this is not. This is kind of a sweet, fruity, and fresh at the same time. Like this smells very, very fresh. This would be totally perfect to wear in the warm weather, like even in hot weather, I think, because it has that element of freshness together with fruitiness, together with sweetness. So that's kind of how I would describe it. Maybe, see, now it's starting to dry down just a little bit, and I am getting a little bit more chocolate. Again, when I tested it on my skin, I didn't really feel chocolate as much. I'm getting it a little bit more on a blotter. So you see, these behave a little bit differently on a blotter versus the skin. So definitely better to test it on the skin. But either way, whether I get this chocolate or not, I still really, really like this fragrance. This one is full bottle worthy to me for sure. It's beautiful, beautiful. Like I said, this fresh, fruity, slightly sweet kind of scent. That's how I would describe it. So when I go through this little 15 ml, I would definitely buy a full bottle. I really, really love this one. So there you go. These are my latest Xerjoff purchases. Yes, obsession with this house continues, and I don't think right now there's anything else that I'm interested in trying from this house, but you know, you never know. I might discover something else that I just have to have. Thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please remember to give me thumbs up and subscribe, and I will see you soon in the next video. Bye.